Hi, good morning. Emma Selby here, and once again I'm at the Royal Exchange in Lindford, and we've just held another very successful breakfast networking meeting. We call it the Bordon Business Exchange, and it's designed to help business owners in Bordon get to know each other and find out about what's happening in the town, particularly what's happening on the regeneration sites here. So for about 2 years now, Julian has been hosting this event here at the Royal Exchange. Julian's one of the directors of Regulus Leisure, and for all of that time we've been supporting the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance. And today we have with us Jeff from the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance, who was at our event this morning, and I just thought it would be useful to make a little video explaining why the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance have to earn so much money, where the money goes, and what it's for. And Julian has a personal story that I thought would be interesting to add in here as well. So Jeff, welcome, thanks very much for coming this morning. Could you tell us a little bit about the charity?
No, thank you, Emma. Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance are very pleased to actually support the Bordon Hub at the Royal Exchange, and we do this every month. It's very important to us as a local community charity, and yes, by the way, we are a charity. We are not government funded or NHS funded. We simply exist to actually save lives here in Hampshire and the Isle of Wight. Our costs are quite high. We require roughly £10 million per year to run the charity, and so far we are pretty successful. We run one helicopter and we run one 4x4 vehicle with specialist trained paramedics and clinically trained trauma doctors, and effectively we take the hospital to wherever the patient is rather than the regular land ambulances taking the patient to the hospital. We do it completely the other way. And we offer a life-saving service. A helicopter does roughly 2 to 3 missions per day, and our land vehicle now also does roughly 2 to 3 missions per day, and that is with specialist trained trauma crews who literally operate at the side of the road or in people's homes wherever the patient actually exists. And without the support of the people of Hampshire and Isle of Wight, we could not exist, and without the businesses who actually support us, we actually could not exist, and we couldn't offer this life-saving service. And coincidentally, I met Julian for the first time this morning, and they've been fantastic. Between the Bordon Hub and Julian's company, they've raised significant amounts of money. I'll let him say how much over the intervening few months, and it came home to him in a very personal way. So, Julian.
Thank you, Jeff. Yes. So as Emma said, we started a couple of years ago raising money as part of the Bordon Business Exchange, and to date we raised over £12,000, and we'd hope to raise £10,000 in 3 years. So certainly we've achieved our target a lot sooner, which is excellent news. Through charity events, through contributions such as the Bordon Business Exchange, we actually walked the 3 peaks as well, and raised over £5,000 for Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance last year, and that's part of one of the Regulus Leisure's sort of key fundraising activities. As Jeff said, I mean, bizarrely, I was touched by the Air Ambulance in July, and ironically, we've been having a Bordon Business Exchange meeting in the second Tuesday in July, and I've been talking about our fundraising and asking people to contribute, as I always like to in the morning, and then unfortunately got a call in the afternoon to say that my daughter had a horse riding accident just up the road here in Parsfield. Again, I went to her, and she'd had a nasty fall off this horse, and after sort of an hour, the paramedic they decided to call the air ambulance. So after being involved from a fundraising point of view, to see the air ambulance come down and actually help our daughter get her to Southampton University, where she'd had actually a significant break, and actually the quick response and the response that we received has made all the difference to her going forward. Myself, daughter Bex, we then went down to the base at Thruxton a couple of months ago, and it was really insightful to go down there and see the great work that's going on, and actually where the investment has gone. The facility is phenomenal. They've got a virtual training room, which I believe is sort of industry leading, and to see all that firsthand and where the money is going, and certainly being touched by it, you can understand why the air ambulance makes such a difference. And I suppose staggering for me that there is no government funding, there's no lottery funding. This is all done on contributions and great fundraising work that people like Jeff do. So certainly we will be long-term supporters of the Hampshire and HIOWAA Ambulance, and hopefully people who see this will think twice about contributing themselves. So thank you, Jeff, and thank you for Hampshire and HIOWAA Ambulance.
Yeah, thank you. So I also thank you, Julian. It's an incredible story, and it just goes to show you never know when you're going to need these services, and it's so important that they're there in the background all the time, so that when you need them, they can be with you in a short time. So I was just talking to Jeff at the networking meeting this morning, and it turns out that you are looking for some support from the community, not just fundraising, but you're also looking for opportunities to present. That's to local businesses or communities or clubs. And you're looking for new recruits as well, particularly drivers, is that right?
Well, we are. So, as I said, I'm a volunteer. I'm not paid by the Air Ambulance, and our chief executive and the staff of the Air Ambulance are trying to increase the numbers of volunteers. We have about 150 today. We want about 200, which keeps the cost of running the charity really quite low. So we're always looking to increase the volunteer base. I personally actually do a lot of presentations to industry groups or to other organisations, things like women's institutes or golf clubs or church groups. It doesn't really matter. So if you're part of a group and would like to hear more about the Air Ambulance, happily people like myself will come along and talk. If you want to volunteer some of your time to actually get involved as a volunteer, then we're always open for people to come and join us and actually give something back to the community, because as Emma said, you never know when you may need us. So if you're able to, please come and help us.
So if you'd like to find out more about the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance, and if you're a local small business, we run this networking meeting every second Tuesday of every month at the Royal Exchange in Lindford. We always have somebody here from the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance. Julian's always here, I'm always here, and there's always somebody from the Wight and Bordon Regeneration team here as well. So if you're a local business, please do come along and find out more about what the Air Ambulance do and find out more about local business in this area. Thanks. That's all for now.